On this street corner in the middle of downtown Seattle, Santa sits behind a department store window. And a family commences their annual ritual of waiting.
I did it for you. I cut my hair for you.
He won't, though.
I know.
These are the Wilsons, 3 brothers, a sister, their spouses, and mom.
But it was a job, let me tell you. Getting you 4 kids ready was not easy.
If ever a tradition was time-honored, it's this one, because the Wilsons have stood in line just like this every single year of their lives, beginning in 1955 when the window was part of Frederick and Nelson.
Oh my God, we were so excited when we got to go see Santa and stand in line, and they'd pull us out of school. They would take us out of school. When we got to the Hat and Boots, we knew we were really close. And then we'd shoot through the Aurora Tunnel and it was like magic land.
The first photo is of the oldest child, Scott. He was soon joined by Steve, then Mike, and finally, Wendy. 1960 was a good year. 1961 had its challenges.
My mom had knit these really heavy sweaters. God bless her. These, but they're wool, and they're like, we had coats over them, and it was like we were hot, and we're like, with this terrible face, you can see it. We're like, this is miserable, and Wendy's crying. That's probably the worst.
Things got better the next year and the next. After the photos, the kids were rewarded with a rare opportunity, playing with display items in the toy department.
Because when we went in stores, normally, my mom, she's tough, she would say, hands in pockets. That still lives on. I still, when I go into a store, hands are in my pockets.
Year after year, the Wilsons smiled behind the window, growing, changing as one decade rolled into the next. They finally reached an age many would deem too old for Santa, and they elected to not care.
We never said, are we really doing this again? We were like, let's go, let's go.
On they went. In 1978, Scott was out of state and couldn't make it, but that would be the only year the Wilsons spent apart.
We would plan it as a family, the 4 of us event. Time flies like that, you don't even realize it. Then came the spouses, and they're like, sure, yeah.
Finally, Mom and Dad joined in.
They actually snuck up there and had their picture taken, and they gave us those pictures. And so I thought, well, why can't they be in the picture? So then they were.
40 years passed, 45, 50. Every holiday was spent the same way, together. Then came 2012. It was their 58th photo with Santa, and their father's last. Woody Wilson passed away a month later after celebrating his 94th birthday. The following Christmas, when the rest of the family gathered for the photo, Steve was wearing one of his vintage jackets.
So in that way, he's in the picture. There's Santa.
Hi, Santa.
For all the ways time has changed the Wilsons, what truly matters remains the same.
Has everybody been good?
At what?
The laughter, the obvious love,
And eyes right here, that looks great.
and keeping this date with each other for more than half a century.
Look right here at my camera and say, Fuzzy Pickles.
On this street corner in the middle of downtown Seattle, one family's tradition confirms the true meaning of Christmas.
I'm going to say 3.
All right,
I
3,
think we're
perfect.
good. Yep.
Year
Yeah.
after year after year.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the history of our family. So it just happens to be with Santa Claus. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.